Oh, happy Pride Month, everybody. Pride Month special.
There's just no queen like a vegan queen.
Oh, hello, my darlings. Hasn't it been a while since you've seen out of us on the YouTube? Well, so we've got to get to Hiya, by the way.
Hiya.
I'm Gemini.
I'm Miasma.
Together we are the Vegan Queens. We believe we're one of the only vegan drag duos in the country, possibly the world. Who knows? Anyway, we got together today to do a little bit of filming for a vegan food company.
Yes.
Oh, those initials there, Vegan
The Food Company.
VFC.
Oh.
Isn't that nice? Anyway, keep your eye out for something coming up in the very near future. And we just said, do you know what? We're in those vegan guys' kitchen again. They've lent us the space because they're lovely.
That'd be nice.
And we're all dressed up. We know where to go.
Yeah.
We've filmed us bits for the Vegan Food Company.
Yes.
So we thought, why don't we have a chat to you lot? It's a long time since we've done a Ladies of Lockdown, obviously, or Frog for Fortnight.
Yeah.
These sit down and chat shows we used to do. So it's none of the above.
No, it's a sort of smorgasbord of what that was, what it could have been, what it might be in the future.
Hey, tell you what, Ladies of Lockdown helped a lot of people through lockdown. It helped us through
It helped me, I was going to say.
Yeah, it was a good thing to do, but it were an ass. It were an ass.
Oh, my loves, if you'd have seen us.
I was doing our editing.
Yeah.
Then. So she were filming in Rochdale.
In a bathroom.
I was usually sat sitting here looking. So then in editor, I had to get my screen, scooch it over, so there was, no gap on the side. Bring her portrait video in that we'd both recorded at the same time whilst we were having a live conversation on Skype.
Madness.
Oh, it really was, wasn't it, for many months. But it was something to focus on.
Absolutely, and that's what matters, isn't it? When times are tough, you've got to have something to put your focus on, otherwise you just go wandering. Can I just say as well, I'm really glad you brought up that Vegan Food Company.
Yeah.
As you know, I enjoy free-form wordplay.
Yeah.
With initials.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, this is the thing. Did you see, so it's Pride Month when we're filming this.
Oh, happy Pride Month, everybody. Pride Month special. There you go.
There you go.
That's what it's called. Pride Month special. Yeah, because we've got a few things to talk about the whole drag queen thing and the whole trans thing.
Yeah.
We need to talk about these things. It's very important for us to do so.
Absolutely.
Go on, my darling.
And we're not happy. So, New York, I think it was New York.
Yeah.
They had the police in the parade, and they've managed to put the slogan on. Oh, what was it? All colours are beautiful.
Ooh.
Which the...
Nice. I like that.
If you look at the initials of that, ACAB. I'll leave you to fill in there with the controversy around the police what those initials might also stand for.
What might they also stand for? Because folk might not know.
Okay, well I will say it. I'm not necessarily saying these are my opinions. This is what I'm saying. So ACAB, all cops are expletive, which was a big thing about the
fatherless.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
ACAF. Which sounds a bit like a coffee machine, doesn't it? But, so I thought that was really interesting that they've managed to get that in there. Particularly given all the controversy, with George Floyd and everything like that. It was a big campaign, Black Lives Matter, and so on and so forth. So I just thought,
And there's been... black people have died since then.
Absolutely.
Same way. Because, the world at large does not deem people of colour important. Mm-hmm. True story.
Yeah.
It's anyone who says any different is talking bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolute bullshit. Look at all the controversy while we're on the kind of colour issue.
Yeah.
All the controversy at the moment around the Little Mermaid.
Oh.
The movie is getting review bombed on lots of different websites because people are really angry. Now, some of the points that people make, I get where they're coming from, but they're not owning the racist undertones of the general feeling about this movie.
Yeah.
Because some people are saying, if you're going to do this with a black mermaid, with a person of colour mermaid, if you're going to do this, give her own story. Write a new story, make it a new thing. Don't make something that's already established as this thing into this thing, because that's what gets people's backs up. Well, stop letting it get your back up.
Yeah, why do you care?
Because the original thing still exists and always will.
Absolutely, this is a great argument. Whenever something gets done new, I was in London recently, subtext, my husband's got a social life, watching a production of the Rodgers and Hammerstein musical Oklahoma.
Which said was marvellous.
Which was marvellous, one of the best musicals I've seen for years. But I'll tell you something, it's not what you expect when you go and see Oklahoma. It's a very different interpretation, and folk have been right mad about it. They've been really mad about it. But here's the thing, they didn't change a word, they didn't change a single lyric, they just changed the mood of what it's about. So it actually becomes much more like what Oklahoma or those territories would have actually been like at that time.
Right.
You know, with all like the ideas about nationhood, statehood, race, women, so on and so forth. And as I said, nothing changed in it other than that, other than the mood. And you, as you say rightly, love, mum, sorry, disrespectful.
I don't mind love at all.
Thanks, love.
It's a lovely thing to say to someone. I love, bye love, how are you, love?
That's true, that.
Love it.
But, like, if you wanted the film, you can watch it. Do you know what I mean? It still exists. Like when they do a book on the telly and you don't like it, just go back to your book. It's not deleted the book. This is just a new way of looking at things, a different way of telling stories.
It's called evolution.
Absolutely.
And art goes through evolution.
Absolutely.
As everything else on earth does.
Yep.
If we allow it.
Yeah. And we've got to, because if you don't, look what you're missing.
Well, look at what's happening with drag queens at the moment. Our sisters in America, but it's not just in America, it's over here now and all.
Oh God,
it's come over here. We actually pulled out of a drag storytelling gig for a local pride because of two horrific women. And the things that they were posting, the comments that they were making about us, we actually reported them to the police.
We did.
And we pulled out of the gig, not because we wanted to, because we wanted to be powerful and strong and go there and do it anyway. But I said to my asthma, I can't put through kids through that.
Not a chance.
If there are going to be protesters there with banners shouting hateful shit, I can't have kids walking through that. No. I can't. So I'm just not gonna do it. And she was like, "Mum, exactly the same. Exactly the same." And we were gutted because we lost a booking there, and not only a booking, a chance to read some gorgeous stories to some kids.
Yeah.
So right. Here's the rub. All those people who were suddenly so anti-drag. Did you protest when you watched Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman? One of the biggest films of the 70s.
80s, I think, wasn't it?
Did you protest when you watched Mrs. Doubtfire? Because that's drag.
Yeah.
Both of those movies are drag.
Absolutely.
Did you protest when you went to see the pantomime? Did you stand outside the stage door and say, "That's a man trying to groom my kids"? Yeah. To the den. Did you do that? Because if not, these thoughts have been put into your head by a right-wing media who are desperately trying to keep the GOP relevant.
Yeah.
Even though they have a liar, cheat, narcissist, sex offender at the head of this GOP. Do you know what GOP stands for, by the way? Just in case you don't, it means Grand Old Party.
Which, I mean, that's
why they...
itself. That's camping it.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's why they call it the GOP. But And so this...
Not to be confused with the Gap, who, as far as I'm aware, are a clothing line in good esteem.
And they're quite lovely.
Yeah.
So it's all been blown out of all proportion by a right-wing media who are desperate to deflect from the horrific things coming out in court cases against their deity. And it's all about... It seems for a lot of them it's all about giving the people what they think the people want from them.
Yes.
So what is drag?
A great question.
This is it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a little story actually, because
Tell a story.
When I did my performing arts course at the Oldham College, when I did my HND, which is Higher National Diploma.
Sorry,
my darling.
Sorry.
2-year course, lovely. I did a 10,000 word dissertation, and I chose, because your title had to be quite like a question.
Yeah.
So it was, mine was somewhat along the lines of, what is the real history of drag? Where did this fine art start, and how has it perpetuated through the years?
Lovely.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
And it made me research the history of drag. Oh, what a dark history. So the farthest back that we know was Japan, and the onset of what is now known as kabuki. So beautiful Japanese women used to dance in the dry riverbeds of Japan, kind of like busking.
Yeah.
Really, and make money. So the men who were in power made it illegal for women to do that. Women. So the men thought, I can dress up like a girl and do a bit of dancing in the dry riverbeds. And that was the first time recorded that women were oppressed by filthy men.
It's depressing though, isn't it?
No, it really is.
That's lovely, but isn't that depressing?
Of course it is. So that's the in written historical records.
Yeah.
And we're going back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah, oh god. I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? And what these folks always try and do is present things that they don't like or they want legislation against as like new phenomena. They try and blame it on that, oh, this has all come out. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Let me tell you that. And nothing new under the sun. These things have been going on for hundreds and thousands of years. You know, so why is it now a problem? Well, it's what we've just told you. You got a GOP right-wing perspective who are in league as well with you know, some of the bigger, let's call them faith-based organisations. I'm not discriminating. To try and stay relevant, they have got two brain cells to rub together. And the way they know how to stay relevant is to stir up hate and to give people an enemy who they think is against them.
We're not your problem.
We're not.
Look at the drag queens. Look over there. Can I have a quick donation from your oil money or your big pharma money or your gun money? Quick, while they're looking. Look at the drag queens.
Yeah, look at them over there.
A bit more, please.
Go on.
Right, I'll help you. There's nothing wrong with guns.
There you go, as Wanda Sykes said on a Netflix special. She's like, until a drag queen breaks into a school and kills children by whacking them over the head with a copy of To Kill a Mockingbird, you're focusing on the wrong shit.
Yeah, because all the books thing as well. Now, right, if people want to edit existing writings for new publications, let them. What's the problem? The old ones still exist. And that's, again, it's a part of sanitising some of the language that could be taken to heart. You know, things about weight and things about things.
Absolutely.
And this is it's important because we're a mixing pot in this world.
Yeah. Every
size, every shade, every colour, every creed, every height, every weight, every width, every circumference.
That was the circumference is lovely.
You know, and what's it to you?
Yeah. Mind your beeswax, Carolyn.
We love you.
Yeah.
Regardless of any of that, as long as you're a good person.
Exactly.
Just be a good person, accepting of other people, which now brings us on to the trans issue.
Oh gosh, yes.
Is trans an issue? No. Is it being made an issue?
Yeah.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. We are living in a world now, in a modern world, 2023, where science and medicine have advanced to the point whereby people that truly feel that they were born into the wrong body can, by and large, correct some of that and get as near to how they feel as is surgically, medicinally, spiritually possible. What's wrong with that?
What pray is wrong with that? It's like I threw in pray then.
And, you know, there are always going to be monsters who say, I'm that, so that they can be monsters and use an excuse, but don't let them tarnish an entire demographic on our planet.
Absolutely. Look how many stories come out about the Catholic Church and their abuse of children. Am I going to assume that every priest I meet is a monster? No.
Well, yeah, but...
Well, yeah, but no. I'm joking. No, but no, do you know what I mean, though? It's like, it's another look over their issue, isn't it? And it's the same rhetoric that people used against queer people in the 80s and during the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah,
and it's happening all over again. It's what I said to you before. There's nothing new under the sun. And it's depressing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That people are scapegoated for trying to live their inner truths. And conflated with that's their new favourite, isn't it? Grooming. You're grooming.
Yeah.
You're grooming.
Yeah.
The coal's coming from inside the house.
Do you know how important it is for kids to feel that there are adults that represent how they feel? Mm-hmm. Do you know how important that is?
Yeah.
I'll never forget Whoopi Goldberg on about the Star Trek, massive Trekkie. Bought the Star Trek original movies box set, seen them all, wanted to watch them all again, watched them all.
Why?
Then there's an extra DVD called The Captain's Summit.
Oh, nice.
It's beautiful. And it's Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart. It's number one, Jonathan Frakes. Oh. It's Leonard Nimoy, Spock. And it's... I forget his name every time.
I was going to
Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk. Oh, what's he called? Kirky.
His name. Jason! What's Captain Kirk called? The actor?
William Shatner.
William Shatner.
See,
I knew
he's
that.
just Captain Kirk to me. Anyway, it's them four and Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
And Whoopi Goldberg and William Shatner are having a bit of a chat about how important Star Trek was to her.
Yeah.
And she said, had I not watched Star Trek, I'm paraphrasing, had I not watched Star Trek as a kid and seen this powerful black woman in a position of power, not a back at the curtains job, but a main person in this series, I wouldn't be who I am today. She was my representation. The stories that I'm hearing now, already from the Little Mermaid, and how little black girls are
some beautiful
blown away by it, blown away that that's me, that could be me. Let's not forget, little black kids have largely, their entire lives, every prince, every princess, every king, every queen, every fairy tale, every fairy, every angel, white. Every single one, look back. Representation matters.
You can't see it, you can't be it. And so you have the same thing with trans kids and queer kids or gender non-conforming kids.
Yeah.
You know, and kids are not stupid. You know what I mean?
Far from it. They're far from it.
We both knew we were a part of the community from a relatively young age.
Very young age. My mother, but actually I'm telling you a story about Paul now, because you know he's my best friend.
Oh, yes.
Paul's mother used to have to drag him out of nursery.
Yeah.
But she'd have to get that dress off him first.
Aye.
He had a little dress, he wore it all the time in nursery, and look where we are now.
Well, you know what I mean. So there you go, careers are made.
Representation matters.
Absolutely.
And I suppose, you know, I was lucky as a little girl because I had Danny LaRue,
Yeah.
who were huge, and Hinge and Brackett,
Yeah.
who were also huge.
Yes.
They were always on television, always. And why wouldn't they be?
Well, exactly. Entertainment. Lily Savage, moving forward a bit there, who, you know, famously did so much. Oh yeah, she's passed obviously this year as well. We need to mark that.
Bon voyage, Lily.
We did. She was one of our shows we mentioned, didn't we? Lily's passing. I feel like we did.
I think we did.
We had a moment, didn't we, for Lil?
Oh, we've had many moments.
We've had many moments, but you know, what an amazing queen! What a political queen as well. Which is, you know...
We know she wasn't vegan before anybody says it.
Yeah.
But, you know, that doesn't mean that she was a bad person.
No.
She did a lot for animals.
She did a lot for animals. She did a lot for the community. At the height of the AIDS epidemic, she did all sorts.
Yeah, she did.
So...
She was a good egg.
She was a great egg.
Very good egg.
A good vegan egg. Not vegan, but you know what I mean. So, yeah... That's what's been going on, and then...
for those of you that don't know, by the way, we shall be performing at Vegan Camp Out
I'm doing that, yeah.
this year in July. So we're doing a 30-minute set. We've got a few funky songs to share with you. We shall be joined on stage by the lovely Jason Bromley with his song Choices, which raises money for FARS, Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary in Warwickshire.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll be hoping that some of you would like to come along and watch us, because that'd be nice.
Come and see us. We're on just before Sam Ryder. Yes, the Sam Ryder.
Same day though, Sunday.
Yeah.
Some might say we're opening for him.
Well, I mean, I would say that.
I would.
I'm some.
You know what they said.
You know what they say. I'm really looking forward to putting on some lipstick under canvas. I've never gotten ready for a gig in a tent before.
It's going to be an experience.
It will. I'll come out like a swan. Like.
And it's an experience I'm quite excited about, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we're very little lasses.
Yeah, we've got that coming up. We've got Oldham Pride coming up. Unfortunately, because of clashes with Vegan Camp Out, we shall be doing neither Stockport nor Bolton Pride this year. And unfortunately, we couldn't have done both anyway because they're now on the same weekend, which is a real shame.
Yeah.
I do wish Prides would be more aware of how many other Prides are on the same date, because, you know, when you're a Northwest Queen, you like to support as many as you can.
Well, actually, your audience, a lot of people are going to want, if they're in a similar area, they're going to want to go to them all. You know, I appreciate it could be a time planning thing, I don't know. But, yeah, pure shame. But we've also got coming up as well, we're going to be hosting a drag brunch at Wholesome Junkies, date TBC.
Yes. Yeah. It got set and then it was too early. And the space between it being set and it happening was too short.
Yeah.
There were train strikes and a lot of people are on holiday. So that's going to be later in the year.
Yes.
And, you know, you can book us, should you fancy.
Book us, go on. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, probably not funerals. Although, you know, speak to us. Out really, coming out party, coming in party, christening party.
You know, all kinds of bits.
All bits. Jumble sales.
Yeah, we do lots of bits. Bits and things.
Lovely bits and things.
And it's nice to see. Right, well, I think we've talked about a lot of our stuff again. But, you know, it's all stuff that needs talking about in this world out there. And here's the important thing. Stand up and be counted.
Absolutely.
If you hear someone being transphobic and it's safe enough for you to speak out, say something.
Yeah.
If you hear someone being racist, homophobic, fatphobic, whatever,
yeah,
it's time we counter it all.
Call it out, yeah.
I heard a very interesting thing the other day about a form of depression called irritable depression,
Okay.
which often makes people, irritable.
Uh-huh.
So, the attitude is despair,
Right.
being expressed in a certain way.
Right.
So sometimes when you come across angry people, it's actually that they're depressed as hell and don't know what to do about it, and it's expressing itself through deflection.
Yeah.
I'm angry at that thing.
Yeah.
Are you?
I think if we can all move through the world with a bit of kindness, as you know we espouse, I think we'd all just be a lot happier, wouldn't we?
We would be though, wouldn't we? Kindness makes you happy, it makes you smile.
Yeah.
When somebody says hello to you in the street in a joyful way,
Yeah.
it can really lift your mood.
Well, there's science in it that says if you smile, that in itself can raise your mood. You know?
It's working.
Look at her. Look, she's working. Look, she's happy. Happy as a sand girl.
Right, we're going to bring this one to a close, my darlings. We just wanted to have a quick catch up with you while we were all dolled up to the nines, because it was a shame to waste it,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
You
You're
know.
not constipated then, or sexy.
Bit of both.
Both.
Yeah.
I can sell that.
Like a glamour queen having a shit.
Yeah. Oh. Or a really big fart. That's all my feminine mystique gone. Oh well.
Women trump too.
Yeah. That's our new campaign, Women Trump 2.
We'll see you, hopefully, in the very near future. Do keep your eye out for vegan food companies and what they might have coming up on their social media. Do keep your eye out for that, won't you? Because you never know. You might see two pretty ladies saying a thing or two. What number does that say at bottom, my husband?
303.
Oh right, that means it's just clicked over to that last 4-minute segment
Cool.
that it does when it's like finished.
Ah.
It does like, for some reason, 25 odd minutes.
Okay.
And then a final 4 minutes.
Okay.
And then it stops.
That's very unsatisfying.
I know, isn't it though?
Very unsatisfying.
So we hope you've enjoyed having a little chat. We've certainly enjoyed having a lovely little chat with you. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Any closing words, Math?
Just, you know, padam.
It's a bloody new Kylie song. She's obsessed already. Ma'am, can we add it to our set? We're like, well, alright.
Yeah, she liked it. She loved it.
I did actually.
Padam.
So we'll see you again soon, my loves. Look after yourselves. We'll look after each other. You look after each other. And lots of love.
Mwah.
Bye, darlings. Take me arm off, you know. I'm not that keen.
Okay.